You ready? Timmy, start deep dive. And our first one, my God, Payne Haas is on an absolute tear at the moment. I can't wait for this. Hit me.
Yeah, this is a great one. So not just a straightforward blasé readout of his trillion offloads and runs and tackles. Prior to this season, Payne Haas had 6 Supercoach centuries in his career with a top scorer of 112 back in 2019. He scored 140 against the Cowboys, takes his season average to 114. Payne Haas's, that's my math, my research, I should say. Payne Haas's 140, this one's from Rando, the 4th highest score by a prop in Supercoach history. I've got the list of who was ahead of him. Do you want to have any guesses?
Honestly, the first one might be me at Pioneer Park in the under-16s. Right up there. No, I would imagine.
2 of them recent and very well known. One of them's a little bit further back, but was a pretty iconic Supercoach player back in the day between edge and middle.
I would assume Andrew Fafita has to be 1. Andrew
Fafita is second with 156 points against Penrith in 2014.
He's second.
Yep.
I'm going to say Ryan James. Oh, thank you.
Well done,
2 first names. It would have been that year he scored 11 tries or something.
Probably. 156 points in 2016 against the Bunnies.
Give me a clue of the last one.
Current, but did it in 2020.
A current player?
Yeah.
Does he play for a Sydney club?
Yeah.
Oh, Adam Fanua-Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Well done.
Thank you.
3 142 against the Sharks, funnily enough, in 2020.
Wow.
So,
what a list.
Yeah, bottom line, Payne Haas getting it done. Secondly, double movement was inches from another try. Almost had a try assist for Billy Walters, which was very close. Mate, could have been nudging 200 quite easily in this one.
And, mate, I don't have the numbers in front of me from those scores, but I would suggest there's a good chance that those front rowers scored more than 1 try in their game and probably just had more attacking stats in general. What Payne Haas is doing at the moment is just off its head.
Yeah, it's freakish.
It is scary what he's doing. Wow. That was, mate, you've made a very fast start in the deep dive.
Yeah.
I hope you can keep it up.
It's pretty good today. Probably my best this season, I reckon.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, it's all about like how the time's looking for Tuesday morning in prep, but had a bit of time today.
I like that. Sharky's backline, talk to me, because that left side they fed on the weekend, the right side not so much.
Yeah, which leads me into my exact point on why I wanted to bring this up, mate. I do this big 4,000 or 5,000 word team analysis article every Tuesday, and I get to the Sharks and I go, Stone Street's a good buy, Ramien's a good buy, Iro's a good buy, Mulitalo's a good buy. But I have no idea where to point people because the Sharks' attack is so balanced, left, right. You don't know where they're going to go each day. You don't know where they're going to have their success. It's impossible to say buy this one or this one. And to emphasise that point, Jesse Ramien, across 3 rounds, I've got the top and bottom score of a few of these guys. Ramien, 93 and 40. Rock solid, consistent player. There was still a 40 there. Mulitalo, 109 and 28. Sam Stonestreet, 112 and 18. You just don't know with them, which leads me to my next player, and a boy you tend to have a high opinion of, Kale Iro. 87-point average to start the season, Roo. Flying.
Yeah, he's I think he could very quickly be in that sort of best centre in the game conversation, mate. He's in such a good spot on that left side. Defensively, he's good. He does work out of his own end. He's rapid, breaks tackles. He just, I don't know, it's taken him a long time to get to first grade, but since he's been there, fuck, he looks comfortable.
Doesn't he ever? Like, looks great. Base of 37 so far this season. He went 34, 33 to start, 44 base on the weekend. Far out, like, you kind of one that you go, all right, based on his first year in the NRL, scored really well. You didn't really want to pay up for him, but, you know, we're all tipping an improved Shark side. Iro, who had bugger all attack last year, remember? Back end of the year, it started to come through a bit, but the signs were there. Just congrats to anyone who went with him early on.
Yeah, shout out to you. Unreal. Cam Munster, I started with him to begin the season. Jerome Hughes out now for only 2 weeks, but Munster's been good to start the season. I'm really hoping these are pro Munster stats coming my way.
Yeah, so looking at his numbers with and without Jerome Hughes in the past 2 seasons, the most mind-blowing thing about this with the amount of games sort of Munster and I thought Hughes had missed in the last few years, they've played 4 games together. Sorry, in 4 games in the last 2 seasons, Munster's played without Hughes. Which
Just 4.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There was one other, but Munster got injured in it, so I didn't count that. Anyway, 4 games in the last 2 seasons with no Jerome Hughes, but Cam Munster in the side, averaging 80.25. That also included a ton, which was against the Cowboys late last year, Munster coming back from injury, and the Storm mass rested their players. So a way smaller sample size than I wanted to give when I went in, diving into it, but nonetheless, good signs, and I think it's got to be good things Munster without Hughes, right?
I think it does. Mate, I'm not tipping an upset, but geez, I think the Dragons are going to put up a fight in this game.
Nas out now as well.
Coming off a bye, 2 weeks to prepare, changes for the Melbourne Storm, coming off a tough Panthers game. Yeah, whatever the start is for the Dragons, I'd be taking it this week. I think this will be a little bit more low scoring than what people are anticipating. Speaking of that, Tuipulotu, I am looking to trade him in this week. I've just about locked that one in. Talk to me about him.
Pretty easy here, mate. When I sort of looked at Tuipulotu and go, all right, what's all the rage about? And like the left edge at the Dragons, it's thriving. It did from the Charity Shield, looks great. Gutho feeding out there, Val Holmes, fantastic as well. But I was like, Dragons attacked. I want to invest in a winger at $550K. How long does this last? Mate, first 2 games, 36 runs, 14 tackle busts. The base and power's there as well, so can't knock him.
Yeah, nah. Are you bringing him in this week?
I am.
You are? Okay, sweet. Of course you are. After I told you to on Tuesday. Yes, so Tuipulotu, I like him. We'll get to our trades a little bit later, but I'm, I like my little stacks, and I'm going for the daily double on the Dragons. We'll get to that soon.
I knew you'd be doing this.
I told you on Monday, mate. I'm into it. I like it. We'll get to it soon. Next man is Herbie Farmworth. I believe he moved back to the left side last week. Good signs there. Talk to me.
Just so Supercoach relevant. Like the Dolphins, who hard to go near any of them Supercoach-wise. Herbie, $712K. He's averaging 69 points with only 1 try as his major attacking stat this season. Hasn't had a line break, hasn't had a line assist, hasn't had a try assist. He's averaging 17.3 runs per game, 3.6 offloads per game, 4.6 tackle busts per game. Dolphins hard to invest in at the moment, but seriously, mate, if he can, when he bottoms out in a week or 2, the numbers are unreal.
I've just never felt like I'm in a good position to get him. I never feel confident, but numbers are numbers, and the Dolphins haven't been great, but I don't feel like they're as much of a train wreck as 0-3 says.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I think they are a better football team than what they've showed. They will win games at some point. And, mate, I also think on that edge, now that he's back on the left, I think Katoa looks fucking fantastic at the moment. They're not getting the results, and I'm aware of that, but I think Katoa looks like he's in for something special this year, I reckon.
Friggin' oath. He's been sensational for them. He's actually the Supercoach player that we missed. Like,
that's very fair.
Because he was in that awkward 350, 360 odd K, but he was halfback only. So people either went like a couple of guns or they started a Humphreys or a Duffy. He was just that awkward price. Mate, he's flying.
Yeah, very fair. Last man we'll talk about, round 1, he was Metcalf. Round 2, he was Metcow. Round 3, he was back to Metcalf, unfortunately. Are we seeing Metcow this week or what? Because he's been forced into my 17. I'll be going with him. Talk to me.
I have no answer to that, mate.
Yeah,
I have no idea what he's going to score this week. But around that, talking poor start, then great, then bad. Have a listen to his ownership stats. Start of the year, 51.5% ownership. After that, bludger, I think it was 12 points in Vegas. He dropped down to 42%. Then he turned up in NZ against Manly, went back up to 46.3%. And then he scored poor on the week and he's dropped back down to 45.3% and dropping.
If you are one of those people that has dropped, picked up, dropped, reach out to me somehow. I want to send you something and say, well done, because that is just absolute ludicrous. You deserve something for that.
I know. And there'd be a few out there as well.
There'd be more out there than they're willing to admit.
Yeah.